Hey, would you guys mind if we got him his Arcane Bow Mastery for 3, since we have so many tokens? That basically lets him do 1 additional damage every time he attacks.
Of a bow card, Does this stuff resolve bow cards?
Hey, I'm cool with anything.
Well, it wouldn't upgrade the hasty shot, unfortunately. But in general, sure.
Use of an action of a bow card. It says if you have a bow. I guess it doesn't. I guess it's just when you do a bow card. So yeah, the action has to come from the bow card to get it. So the hasty shots won't get it, but his regular shots will.
Yep. But yeah, if we buy that, nobody's going to complain if I get myself some unstoppable soonish.
Trying to think of what I should get, because some of my cards are really helpful, like my Hammer of Dawn. Greater Heal, obviously, will help all of us. Actually, that might not be a bad idea, since we're all about to take 2 damage each.
Yeah, that's kind of what unstoppable kind of would help me patch myself up.
Alright, back.
Okay. There was one thing we forgot to do as part of your attack there, by the way. Discard. But remember, too, you also have Vigilant. You may move 1 range card from your discard to the top of your deck. Now, keep in mind it says ranged, which means things like your Hasty Shot, not your Replenish, but your Hasty Shot, your Arcane Shot, things like that will count in that. But for now, you're going to want your weapon back for sure.
Yep.
I was thinking about getting a card for you to help you with damage. One of your key cards is Arcane Bow Mastery, which gives you basically +1 damage on all of your bow attacks.
Okay.
I'm thinking getting that for you wouldn't be a bad idea.
Well, the party agrees.
Sure.
Because you're our major source of damage, aside from Gray getting some cards.
Yeah, if I get 5 of you, I can deal all sorts of magic damage.
So what we'll do is we're going to spend the 3. We'll get you this Arcane Bow Mastery, so it goes in your hand, and now you can place it in your hero area, and it makes your track go up 2, so you're at 9. So you're definitely getting a creature, but honestly, at this point, we will, like I said, we'll probably kill it, so it's not a big deal.
Get it.
So instead of killing that one, let's have you do the damage here, so it's down to 1 hit point, I'm thinking. And then I can just kill it.
With Hasty Shot, right?
Yeah, instead of using your Hasty Shot to kill that creature there.
Oh, yeah.
We're just going to have you do this, and it'll go down to 1 point, so it'll take 2 wounds.
All right. If you resolve any action with bow card deal.
All right, so now it's the end of your turn, so you will draw back up to 5. So you draw 3 more cards.
You can just press 3 on the deck.
Huh?
Oh, you're saying when you hover over the deck, you can hit a number key to draw that many cards.
Oh. Okay.
All right, so we'll go to my turn. I will place my shield in my hero area.
Hey, you drew a longbow. Unexpected.
Backslash.
Oh, okay. 2. I can kill your thing, Gray, actually. Check this out. I want to get my hammer back, so if you're cool with it, I probably would like to get my, not hammer, but Strength of Dawn, which gives me my weapon back like you guys have as a default.
Yep.
Okay. So I will spend 2. I will get my Strength of Dawn. I will equip it into my hero area. That makes my track go up 1. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my mace's regular action to deal 3 damage. 3 damage goes through his armor and does an additional wound, which kills this guy outright with a 1.
We get 1 resolve. Yay.
So the 2 I spent, I'm about to get back. because I'm going to do that, and then I have no creatures in my zone now, so I can reach any other zone now. So I'm going to use my Fist of Dawn. Does 2 damage. It's a divine spell. So this creature is a weakness to divine, which is what you see at the bottom. It shows the little wound symbol next to the word divine. Anytime you attack a creature with its weakness, it takes a wound immediately, regardless of armor. So since this is divine, it's going to take 1 point of damage. It's only a 2 hit point creature. It does 2 magical damage. It only has 1 magical defense, so that's 2 damage immediately. So that's going to kill it immediately. My track will go up 3 for that. And it would put a fire token on it, but we don't care about that because it's dead. So I'll put this back here. So I just paid for the card I got, which is awesome.
Did you also put a token in for that card you resolved here?
I believe so. We're back up to 4, so.
Yep.
So let me see. This had to get discarded, but my Strength of Dawn allows me to put it back on my deck to bring my track up 1. Almost at the reinforcement part. Okay, so this is going to suck. I need to buy Greater Heal at some point because we're about to take a bunch of damage.
Well, I'm not really taking any damage this turn, so I'm okay.
Well, you can't actually block that too this turn, which is good.
Well, I don't really have to because I have the Rev Core here, which means I only have to discard that one, and then on the next turn I have my with Silence, which directly puts 1 card from my burial to under my deck. So I don't care about those 2 damages right now.
All right.
Damage phase is like.
I am going to. Do any of you guys have anything in your discard pile that you would like back into your hand?
Nothing critical. I mean, Furious Strikes are nice to have, but I have another one.
One of them could add another challenge card. That way, I get a monster, I could drag it away.
He's got his. I'm wondering. No, he's got his lunge, and he doesn't have very many damage cards. But what about you? We did use a lot of your damage cards too. You have Hasty.
And Replenish.
And
I think it's all. Yeah.
All right. So let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and use my sacrifice. It allows me to move a card from any player's discard into their hand. Since Fingray doesn't have too many offensive options, I'm going to take your lunge card and give it back to you.
You're giving his lunch back. That's how kind of you.
Now, I have to, as part of that card, it says I must bury 1 card from my hand or discard pile. So I'm going to bury 1 of these Fire Divines. Now, as one of my actions at the end of my hero turn, which is this pretty much is it, I don't have anything else to do. I have the ability to move 1 card from my burial pile to the bottom of my deck, so I'll do that now. And that'll end my turn, so I draw up. Now, that's the end of our hero phases. We move on to the defense phase. This is where the monsters that are still in play get to attack. And at this point, we've killed all but 1. How many monsters came out? 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. We should have another token because we've killed 5.
So we've been at this for an hour and a half at least.
It's slow to start until you get it. Once you get it, it goes faster. After this first turn, it's going to take far less time for each subsequent turn to happen. So basically, what was the end condition? 2 times player, so we need 8.
Yeah, or to kill everything.
Or to kill everything. Okay,
that's
fine.
More likely to happen.
All right, so it's the monster's turn. We only have 1 monster. So this guy gets to attack you. He's going to do 2 points of damage to you unless you can block it. So what you can do is you can just use your shield, and it goes back on top of your deck. But keep in mind that since I gave you an additional card, and you've got your axe, you're probably not going to draw it up anytime soon. So what you could do is you could use your block card as a reflex to cancel 2 damage, and you still have your shield. It's probably best to do it that way because the block card is better when you have a shield.
Does he block? Oh, right, reflex. Okay.
Yeah, block. It's a reflex.
Okay.
It normally cancels 1, but because he has a shield, it can cancel 2. If he blocks with a shield, he's not guaranteed to draw it up. And you have 2 block cards. Honestly, I would probably just use one of the 2. Okay. So you have a shield. You cancel 2 physical damage. So he's not actually going to hurt you. So he's the only enemy. So that's over. So now we resolve conditions. So every single one of us now is going to take 2 magical damage.
Yeah, what do we do to resolve that?
So what you do now is pick 2 cards from your it's magical damage, so you could technically block it if you have something to block it with. Like you could reduce it by 1 with using your cloak. But yeah, your acrobatic dodge, yeah, it cancels 2 physical or 2 magical. So you could use that. Conversely, if you took the damage, if you didn't have a way to block it, what you would do is pick 2 cards from either your hand, your discard, or 2 cards off the top of your deck.
And bury them.
And bury them. So you can acrobatic dodge, though, and get out of this one if you want.
Yeah, I think we're going to do that.
Okay, so you'll use that. Gray, you use your Wrath Call, which counts as 2 discards. And it brings us to Dead, who has to pick 2 cards. Probably...
So does that mean I remove the burning tokens?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Maybe... I'm kind of reluctant to say... I normally say get rid of Challenge, but with an Archer in play, Challenge is actually a really good card. Maybe your Strong Punch... what's in your discard? Hold on. Oh, you can get rid of one of your Toughnesses. Those are just draw 1 cards. You could probably get rid of 2 Toughness, actually. That would probably not be too bad, because they're just draw card things, so...
And I can get them back eventually, right?
Yes, when we rest and things like that, you can eventually put them back. So you've done your...
You can also block 1 magic with his shield.
No, he can't.
Oh, only if he already blocks magic, then?
He doesn't have any magic block. There's a card he has that we probably should get him at some point.
That's why I'm wondering about shield mastery, because it says cancel an additional +1 or +1.
Yeah, if it does one or the other, he needs to be able to block magical damage for it to work.
Okay.
I'm trying to see which card it is. He has, like, Dodge, for instance. He can buy Dodge, which blocks physical and magical. But there is a card that literally says it changes physical to magical defense.
Oh, okay.
And I'm trying to see where it is. Here you go. It is
you're talking on... Yep.
Impenetrable Shield. If you have a shield and you're equipped, whenever you cancel physical, you may cancel magical instead.
Oh, okay.
So it's not 100%, and the dodge might be a bit better. I don't know. They're both pretty good. So, but that's how he would dodge magical damage at some point. So now I have to do my 2. Hold on.
Well, here's a question. Why wouldn't he... how about Bulwark? He'd cancel all the damage.
Bulwark is great because what it does is says if you cancel all the damage of an attack, you get to draw a card. Basically, that means if you use your shield, like if you were about to take 2 damage, block it with your shield. You block 2 damage. Now you get to draw a card. Well, you just put your shield back on your deck, so now you get your shield back. That's what Bulwark does.
I know. I was just saying, why not?
Yeah.
It doesn't actually block anything.
It's one we want to get him, but it's let's see. For now,
cancel all. Okay, fine. You can only cancel one. Oh. Do you get like a tower shield? Is there equipment cards in this?
Equipment cards we find, they're not bought.
Oh.
Only feats are bought.
Oh, okay.
How do I want to do my damage? I can cancel one. I got one of my minor heals. That's nice. I am going to block one, I think. So I can use this as a reflex. I can cancel one physical or magical. It goes on top of my deck. But I also bring my track up one, which brings the reinforcement track up another one. It's still at 1, though, so we're good. And I will sack my sacrifice card. So that's my damage. So now that we've resolved the damage, we now remove one condition card from any hero or creature. So we all go down to 1 burning.
Oh, we don't get rid of both. Awesome.
Yeah. That's why 2 sucks. Okay, so that's the end of that. Now we go back to the encounter phase. So we look at the conditions and see if we've resolved the encounter, which we haven't yet. We haven't killed everything and we don't have enough tokens. So now that means we go to the time phase. We draw a time card. The time track goes up 1. Now we've hit an enrage counter on the time track, which means any creatures that are in any of our zones, we get to pick one and it enrages. For this, he gets enraged, so we'll just kind of flip him at a 45 to kind of show that. Now his enrage says he gets +1 defense and +1 magic defense. So he'll be a bit tougher to kill now, but I'm pretty sure we can handle that. All right, so the other part says, remove 1 wound from any 1 enemy in each hero zone if able. Remove 2 wounds from a special enemy if able. Well, no one's injured, so we don't have to do that. That's the end of the time phase. So we all start right back again. We go up to reinforcement.
What about if we don't get a rest?
No, that's after you clear the area.
Oh, okay.
So we're back at reinforcement phase. So we look at this. It says it goes up 0, so it's staying where it is. So now we pull the number of reinforcements equal to where it is. It's at 1, so we need to pull 1 brigand. All right, the reinforcement track resets back to 0. And now we go to pursuit. So who has the highest? I have 7.
I have 6.
9.
You have 9. And because you taunted, you're down as a... So you're going to get this guy.
But he's kind of in range of most of us, so there's that.
If card was buried.
He's not too bad. All right, so that's the end of that. So now we get our hero phases again. I have one of my minor heals. So who's got? You've got 2 and 2. You've got 1 and 1.
Does that mean my tracker goes down by half?
Yes, bring it down to half. So half of 9 is what? 4.5. So 4. All right. Who's got the most cards? You've got 4 in your discard. You've got 2 and 2. So you've got a lot you buried because you took damage. I
pretty much just have 1 in my discard. That's kind of.
All right. So Masuro has a way to cancel magic damage. So he doesn't need it necessarily. I won't, but I can always put cards back because of my ability, so I don't think I'm worried. Can you block the magical if you need to?
Well, I can put 1 from my burial pile back under my deck. So I can also...
Well, I mean, if you were to take the fire damage, I mean...
That's just 1 damage?
Yeah, it's just 1 damage. You have a way to cancel it, or do you have a card you don't care getting rid of?
I feel both. So yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. So I guess I don't have to use it, but I would say if anyone has the most... Oh, no, wait. Fingray has 2 restoration, right? So he has 1 more than the archer. So what I should probably do is to make sure everybody can get the good amount of cards back on our rest. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take my turn. I am going to first put this on, put my mace on, get my track up 1. I am going to cast Minor Heal. So this allows any one hero or ally to get 2 regeneration. So, and they may discard 1 condition. So we're going to get rid of the burning off of you. And you get 2 restoration. So what that means is you can now take 2 cards and put them on the bottom of your deck in any order you choose.
Oh, okay. Figured you give this to Dead because he's damaged.
He has more restoration on a rest phase than you do.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of evening the playing field by giving you more.
Huh. Maybe I should take 1 of each. Replenish and hasty shot.
The replenish is good if you need tokens. So far you've got 3. So you could always do hasty and acrobatic, since acrobatic is your dodge. But then again, I mean, replenish is good because it keeps giving you tokens. So I mean, that is up to you how you want to play it. Because if you look at these while we're taking turns, you can kind of see where you would use those tokens. But like I said, it's up to you. And when you put them back on the bottom, you can put them in any order.
Oh, wait a minute. What? Oh, hasty shot is arranged. Replenish is not arranged.
Well, hasty is also a fast.
Yeah, but I'm just saying I get back a ranged card
from your discard to the top of your deck. Yes.
Yeah. So
you could take your replenish cards and put them back in your deck, and then as your action, you could put I think you've got a good point there. Take your replenishes and put them back,
right.
or at least 1 replenish.
Yeah, 1 replenish. I was looking for my acrobatic dodge.
So you're going to do dodge and replenish.
Yeah.
Now the way you have it is the replenish will be first, then the dodge. Which one do you want first?
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay, so go ahead and I'll pick that up for you. Whoops, I think that went the other way. Hold on. No, yeah, that's your replenish, and then that should be your dodge. You wanted replenish first?
Yeah, whatever.
All right, yeah, I screwed that up for you. My apologies. All right, so my track goes up 1 more.
Thank you.
No problem. Now, because I have no creatures to enrage, I'm just going to go ahead and Divine Insight. Makes my track go up 2. And I get to drop 2 cards. Yeah, healers do a lot of aggro. I'll put this on. That brings my track up 1 more, so it immediately goes back down. 6. And so what do we got? You've got this guy who's only got 1 magic defense. This guy's got 2 magic defense. I would need a 5 to kill him. Let's see what you've got, actually, before I make any plans. You've got your 3. You need to do 6 to him, though. You've got the lunge I gave you back, right? So 2, 3, 4. You could kill him by discarding 2 cards.
Wait, why 2? Because you can discard 1 card.
3, 4, 5, and then discard 1 for 6.
Yep.
Because he's enraged and he's got 1 additional physical defense. Unless you have a quick and dirty way of killing him, Gray.
Roughly the same, just in blue.
2, 3, 4. You would have to discard 2 cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably better if he does it. I don't think I can do 5 damage. Can I? Well, hold on. What's physical? It's 3, 4, 5, 6 physical. Ew. I could do 3.
If you buy Fire of Fury, I can kill him with magic damage.
If I what?
If I buy Fire of Fury, I can kill him with magic damage.
Oh god, that thing. And you put the fire on your own guy.
Well, that's optional.
Yeah,
I could kill him with an arcane shot
Uh,
as a regular action.
let's see. Discard a token.
Or no, 5. Yeah, 5.
It does 2 magical damage. Your mastery would make it 3. Your range would make it 4. You would need just 1 more. Is lightning on any of these? Lightning? No. You have lightning arrows. What does that do? All damage dealt, his range becomes magical. Add 1 damage. Discard a token from that card. So you could lightning his ass and take him out too. It looks like no matter what we do, we could buy a card worth 2 cost and kill it. Your Fire of Fury is 4. I don't know if we want to go 4 cost just yet.
Yeah, we need to build up some of the other heroes.
What do you mean? I didn't have any build up yet at all.
Are there any other weaknesses? He's lightning. He's nothing. 3, 4.
NSKN.
Alright, heck with it. I'm going to Divine Insight again. Go up 2. That goes up 1. Dead here. Go ahead and do this. I'm going to do a minor heal on you now. So you can remove that condition. And you get 2 restoration. So remember, 1 restoration is moving this way, another restoration is moving that way. You can use them in any combination that you want.